the obvious, innit, people, you know. Tavares loan. I'd be open to Lokonga on loan, but I'm going to keep him. Obviously, the young G's in and around the first team, there's every reason to go on loan. In terms of being sold, they're halfway gone in it, really. I think Pepe needs to be sold. I would move on Cedric if I could. Marie needs to go. Leno needs to go. Torreira needs to go. Bellerin, if not stated, needs to go. It's self-explanatory, really, isn't it? Like, the dons that need to go. According to Fabrizio, we are in direct contact with Leeds for Raphinha. So what I'm going to do is go on Fabrizio Romano's account. Fuck, you know. Let's make another timestamp for this. Bloody hell, mate. Raphinha update. All right, so Fabrizio Romano has said, yeah, this is where it's not going to bang for Arsenal. Unless Kroenke, considering all his teams are starting to do a madness, are involved. On the situation, Barca agreed personal terms with Raphinha, but no agreement on the fee with Leeds, which they can still get. Arsenal are in direct negotiations with Leeds, interested since March. So that little, I swear, like Arteta at the Emirates, he touched his shoulder or something. Maybe there's something in it. Both Chelsea and Tottenham have been in contact. Both of them are in the Champions League. You've got Chelsea, who probably want to make a statement if they could get Sterling and him and Dembele or two of the three. Tottenham, whether they clearly want to get him or Richarlison or something. The fee could be about 65 to 75 million. So unless we offer them players, which let's not FIFA, they're not taking Torreira, Pepe, all of this. Maybe Pepe on loan and some P's. Maybe Arsenal need to definitely sell some players. Definitely, I'd say confirm Gabriel Jesus, Telemans, and these sort of guys. Maybe Martinez before we go for Raphinha. Maybe Raphinha is the icing on top of the cake. He's a champagne player. Where is 65, 75 million euros coming from to go with everything else we need to do? And obviously factoring wages of all these players. You purely need to, with this one, Raphinha, whether he goes to Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, United, Barca, wherever, is probably one that is going to drag out throughout the summer, really. So, yeah, it's probably a lengthy operation. So maybe Arsenal need to deal with some sales before it happens. It would be lovely, but I can't really see this happening, man. Hey, who? What the fuck? Wait, what was that? Oh, I thought that said something else. I was about to say, yo. David Ornstein, the Oracle, isn't talking, people. For what it's worth, Gabriel Jesus is close to completing his transfer from Manchester City to Arsenal, with the possibility a deal could be announced in the coming days. This is by Jonathan Smith, who is a Manchester City correspondent for Go. I was gonna DM him. Do you know what? I might just DM him and ask him what. Come on, just grab a little interview or something. Charles Watch did not reply yet, people. Jack Wilshere blonde hair, you got outside, my brother. 65 to 75. Fucking hell, bro. And we see if we got Champions League, I think we make that happen, bro. Tottenham fans think they can get Hakimi. Fuck, you know. Crazy. So yeah, man. You know, it looks like that's that. Gabriel Jesus is expected to be the first major departure from Manchester City this summer, with a number of high-profile players set to follow, people. And it's this thing that all of a sudden it makes sense now. So yeah, I don't see us getting Raphinha for what it is, but for what it's worth. But you know, if you're optimistic, you know, anything can happen in life. But if I had to bet peas, not betting peas. DG, you are killing me. That's what certain people's baby mom said. Much better than Saka and Martinelli for sure. Raphinha, well, fair enough. Sell Ainsley, Xhaka, Bellerin, Holding, and that would at least take up a great chunk of the Raphinha deal. People have got to want to buy these players as well, you got to remember. Not going to lie, 65 to 75 for Raphinha is not worth it. It would rather put money for other positions. Thing is, who's guaranteed Champions League for any more than a year other than City and Liverpool? Exactly, you're right. Feels like this is getting complicated. City leaking Tottenham rumours and Arsenal leaking Raphinha losers. This is the game. I hear that. Bro, a £70 million fee. No thanks. I mean, I can't lie. Right wingers and 75 million Bandulu stuff scares me. And obviously, we didn't pay Leo 70 million. There's variables that could hit that. I don't know how much money they've got, but it's variables that could hit that. A bit like why we didn't get Zaha. Leeds are a Premier League club. Now, they're entitled to, you know, Raphinha, if he wants to stay and sulk, that's his business. But they could sell him and make some peas, find a replacement. Wouldn't say it's a replacement, but allegedly they want a Dharma. They can price him out of a move because they're a Premier League team. They probably want payments in less installments and more money up front. That's why we went for Pepe and not Zaha, really and truly. So we'll have to see. 75 million, boy. It's brazy, innit? I can't say I'd sanction that, but same way. It's a bit reckless, but it's not my peas, innit? Make it happen. If he does the business, we don't care about the price tag, but it scares me. I think we could only get 75 million from outgoings if there's enough interest from buying clubs. How much? I think is a fantasy, bro, because half of our players, we're not good negotiators like that. And half our players, who's bringing in peas? The guys that are bringing in peas, you know, you could sell Saka and Saliba, that's bringing in peas, but evidently no one wants to do that, you know. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, you could have taken 20 from Everton and Wolves. We're quoted 8 from Forest allegedly. Torreira, you're gonna get peanuts. Pepe, maybe a loan fee if anything, or a serious hit on that regards. Leno, it's not gonna bring back the 19 odd million that we spent on him. Bellerin's not bringing in no real peas. Marie's not bringing in nothing. Even when you add it together, it's all Bandulu, it's all Bug. It's not really doing much, really and truly. 600 likes, you lot are crazy, you know, and I appreciate that. Sorry people for making noise, but thank you very much. It's genuinely appreciated. I genuinely appreciate it, and I'm appreciative of it. I always struggle to say them 2 words, but really, people, it means a lot, man. It really means a lot. Without you lot, there's no point being here. DG Nation, we're growing. Even when you got guys trying to run some silly bands. Can Barca afford that? Back in my head, he'd go for 30, 45. I can't lie. I was thinking 50 or 50 odd region, 60 sort of thing. I don't know, man. Maybe if we can, I don't know. It all depends how they want these fees, man. And it all depends how much he forces it. DG, why not Neves? Crazy, man. Arsenal are not paying that for Raphinha. It's a myth. Trust. That thing I sent was before his tweet. Would you rather Bellerin or Cedric in the right back up? Two shit dons, bro. Maitland-Niles. Cedric and Bellerin is 2 shit dons. You know, which one can take a throw in? There's that. Then right, bro. I'd rather myself, and they're better than me. Obviously, I'm not a professional footballer. I'd rather myself. Just imagine the 2 direct Brazilians, Martinelli and Raphinha, coming to tear up defenders' paws, getting high. It'd be lit still. Unfortunately, Arteta don't got that juice, DG. I hear that. But Ian Wright can, bruv, new kits don't correlate with getting the owner gone, but we're tired of that, man. Shout out to EJ for becoming a member. Big up DJ. I'll never forget the pigeon attacking the lunchtime videos. The journey continues. Come on, do you remember them days there? Bare papers. I think that was character building, man. That was character building because tourists and normal people on their lunch break looking like, what the fuck's this guy doing? He's got a camera. He's doing whatever. You got nitties coming over. You got pigeons. You got everything. It's character building, but still just had to get on with what I was getting on. It was lit, man. If we get Jesus and Telemans, what's a minimum realistic table finish? Bro, we can finish as high as 4th or as low as 8th. Same thing as every year. Need to do a lot better. That's what you need to do. Even if you don't sign someone, you have to fight. Have to, man. Borders got to close. YouTube's full of wrong'uns. Charles. I think Arsenal should go all in for Milinkovic-Savic. He's the kind of right powerhouse midfielder we need. Tall, strong, skillful, and has a destroyer mentality. Crazy, man. We got weirdos. Saliba over White. Initially, Saliba is going to be 3rd choice in my humble opinion. So he'd have to wait until his time comes. Telemans would be a level raiser. But that 40 million will be paid in a yearly basis, 10 million per year. Brazy. I don't think we're going for Milinkovic-Savic, man. None of this would be happening if we had gotten Guimaraes. Trust. Tell him again, man. Big up, DG. The last 2 summer sales have been a joke. I can't see it getting any better this summer. We can only go off on what we've seen in it, really and truly. I mean, he looks messed. He's talking about the one that was at Rennes or something like that. He looks fairly techie, but yeah, man. Big up yourself, Omar, 100%. Bellerin 10, Ainsley 10, Torreira 10, 20 for Pepe. That's about it. Exactly, because half of these guys are meaty, and we're gonna have to want clubs to buy them really and truly. You know, we're gonna have to try and entice clubs to buy them, bro. I mean, I do think there's a level of interest in Chelsea. Like we heard with Spurs, he's on playing for Conte, but they ain't got the juice because they're not competitive like that. Arsenal, he likes us, but we're not competitive like that. So Chelsea can offer. They've won the Champions League and the Premier League recently. He'd have his London aspect. I personally thought Sterling would have went abroad after the City thing and then come back to the Prem, but couldn't begrudge him. I don't see why Lautaro Martinez is being rated so highly. He's not even rated like that. Inter. That's why they signed Lukaku, Dzeko, and are linked with Dybala because he doesn't have the output. I hear that. DG, while there appears to be little interest, would you look to make a bid for Fabian Ruiz? I think he'd be a better option than Telemans. I'd look to bring him in anyways. I mean, could you just try to do a little swap thing, him and Xhaka? Could you? Because I think he's everything the manager pretends Xhaka is. I'd like to bring him in anyways, but yeah, man, it's not gonna happen, is it? So pray and hope, hope and pray, but that's about it, man. After this year, Raphinha only has 1 year left on his current. So yeah, again, it's one that's they're obviously starting off playing hardball. It's one that, regardless of whatever team he signs for, it's a lengthy operation. I think we could get 75 million for Torreira, Leno, Ainsley, Guendouzi, who's already been sold, so you can rule Guendouzi out. I hope so, man. I mean, he's not a legend to me. I know Arsenal fact. That's just great PR, man. It wouldn't surprise me if Matt Turner told one of his Spurs brethren to wear that shirt. That's great for him. He's doing all he can, but I mean, obviously Spurs are the ops. But what make yourself a legend by just being a flipping good goalie, man? For someone that's I've never seen play, all I consistently see is Matt Turner's name, giving interviews, talking, and all of these sort of things. Let's just hope he's half decent, man. So yeah, once again, Arsenal are in direct negotiations with Leeds for Raphinha. If all goes well, Raphinha will sign for Arsenal in the coming days. The player's entourage environment explains that they haven't heard from him from Barca in weeks. As you can see, I'm not making that up. Like literally, this is my timeline, people. And Everton are leading the race for Zinchenko, people. So make of that what you will. I mean, let's see what happens, man. Can we just get Gabriel Jesus and or Telemans or any of these assumed deals over the line? I'd even throw Martinez into that mix now. Can we get these things over the line before we start capping and doing all the rest of it? In my opinion, we'd have to see though, man. I don't know what we're on or what we're looking to do. And obviously, you know, things take time. Hopefully, there's a domino effect when one deal kicks off, the rest can really. But until they're all signed, who knows, man? But yeah, I wouldn't put Raphinha on the same level as Luis Diaz right now. I just think Luis Diaz is a bit more exciting. Maybe it's the club tax that he's at. I don't know. I am watching it, and in terms of any under 19 players that I think are wavy, you know, by the end of the tournament, you'll get a video or comments on such. Twitch gang, don't forget, people, they're back in. The under 19s are back in action on Tuesday. We're doing watch alongs and that. We need positive thoughts, my guy. Think positive, but we need to be honest as well. Good day to you, George. Good day to everyone as well. I'm gonna go mad if Xhaka's in the middle next season. I hear that. Raphinha and Telemans are not signing for Arsenal confirmed. I wish I had these lots numbers like you lot. People really think you'd prioritize club affinity over making the best decision for your career. Them choices affect your family and your career because you can't go back in time. Who do you think is going to get Pepe? I don't know, man. I think he might just end up back in France or something. And DD, mad overrated. And Eddie won't get 10, 25 games, let alone 25 goals. Boy. Bro, Morata's got everything you want in a striker. He just forgets how to score. The guy's actually good at football, no cap. You're not a good striker then. You ain't got everything I look for. Ugh. Yuck. I mean, Ben White can do a job in midfield, but I wouldn't do that. personally. Raphinha is a good signing for you, man, but you'll need some serious steel in the middle of the park, just like us. Trust. Man said DG Diaz is the cocaine. You think Xhaka's staying? It's in the balance, man. It's in the balance. I don't think Xhaka's one that's going to force the move. I think if an offer's presented, he'll evaluate it and then cut. Do you see that Edu liked Jesus' most recent pick with his newborn? Doesn't mean much, but fun nevertheless. Yeah, I did. Wijnaldum? Nah, leave Wijnaldum alone. Danjuma? Why not? All right, Talawa TV. Come on. I can't lie. I ain't checking the clickbait dons, man. I can't verify. If your name's not Ornstein, if it's not Fabrizio Romano, if it's not the 30 transfer dons, then respectfully, I don't really care what you have to say because everybody's probably just reiterating everything and just relaying the other thing and doing what you know when someone gives you a homework in class and every man copies it and you the sentence at the beginning you put at the start. I can't believe I can't believe much. I can't until I see certain people, until I see him holding the shirt. I can't. Everyone and their nan's got an opinion. Everyone's nan's, dogs, partners, girlfriends goes to the same hairdressers as the players. They swore they're signing. I can't verify anything, you know. And obviously, people want engagement levels. So it is what it is. I do hope we announce some signings this week. Double/triple sweep settings. I mean, big up Terry. We're supposed to do some content together, but no disrespect to the lad, but he does love a clickbait thing and gassing up the thing. Raphinha to Arsenal is on respectfully to Terry. I know he's got his little contacts and whatnot. No disrespect intended, but you're a top content creator, not the journalists and these things. So big him up. But boy, Chelsea have made contact with Raphinha, and again, this is just a bidding war now. May the best man win, really. So I think we lose out to Chelsea. I think we lose. For what it's worth, I think we lose out to Chelsea people. Apparently, Spurs haven't made an offer for Eriksen, really. That's harsh. I thought they would have tried to bring him back. So, yeah, it looks like he's getting Raphinha's on the... I don't believe none of these things, man. I don't believe none of... What's this? Arsenal, Jesus to Arsenal, close Zinchenko to join Everton to join Zinchenko race. Bear Dons are leaving. I mean, they're gonna get a deep. Well, Everton can get zanged. They spent 50 million for Sigurdsson. Everton are gonna get zanged for Zinchenko. Like what? It should be a 20-30 thing. They're gonna get zanged. We're probably paying a bit too much for Jesus, considering there's a year left. Sterling, Chelsea are probably gonna pay a bit much. They're making decent P's, and obviously Bernardo, Gundogan. Everyone seems to get itchy feet over there at Man City in terms of staying at the club. So certain things might be able to happen, people. But for what it's worth in Jesus, the Brazilian striker's exit moves closer with the Premier League champions set for a busy summer of transfers. Gabriel, don't forget people, Twitch gang 4:30. Well, I can't do 4:30 with my hands, but 4:30 we're playing Football Manager. Gabriel Jesus is expected to be the first major departure from Manchester City this summer, with a number of high-profile players set to follow. The Brazilian is close to completing his switch to Arsenal, with the possibility a deal could be announced in the coming days. Meanwhile, Everton are leading the chase for Ukraine international Zinchenko, while Chelsea want forward Raheem Sterling. Jesus is valued at 50 million, despite having only a year left on his contract, and an agreement between the Premier League champions and Arsenal is expected to be reached. Arsenal have had a bid believed to have been around 30 million rejected, but a structured deal including performance-related add-ons could push the price closer to City's valuation. Man City have brought in strikers Haaland from Borussia Dortmund and Julian Alvarez, who scored last night against River Plate, who will join up with the squad. So that's that. Chelsea want Raheem Sterling. Chelsea fans, that's one for you lot to read. Zinchenko, I'd like him at Arsenal, but he's getting interest from Everton and whatnot. Gundogan and Riyad Mahrez both have 12 months on their contract. Fernandinho's kept it moving. Liam Delap, you probably might not make it at City because of their options, but you need to go on loan. This Romel Latvia guy, McCatree, Cole Palmer allegedly is going to be interested. You got bare dons that could play a lot more football and go elsewhere and recoup some loan fees for Man City, as well as maybe being sold permanently. But in relation to that is that. Yeah, that's that, really. So good on that. He's tweeted about that. Make sure you're all following Tolowa TV as well. Great interviews over them sides. Go and subscribe to that on YouTube. Man, to be honest, I'm kind of skeptical about Gabriel Jesus. He ain't that prolific in front of goal. We all are. We need goal scorers. Personally, I think it's concerning if we don't get business done early. They need to know their targets and go after the top ones, get them done early, show intent, and that they actually have a plan. But as in life, shit happens, shift happens. You might be dead set to sign someone and they pull the plug, and football highlights that. You just have to have numerous plans. Everton overpay for everyone. I like Terry still. He says he's on the clickbait thing. Yeah, he's on that. I hear it, man. I hear it. Shout him, man. Thoughts on Ramsdale? I like him a lot, but I think he was overperforming. I think there's been a lot of shaky moments in his positioning. He's a 23-year-old keeper from a relegated club. As much as I like him, it's not new or it's not them gang there. He needs to be developed. But I think he'll hold on to that number 1 shirt. Or if we can find a keeper that's better, go and do it. I don't care. But I believe in Ramsdale. I like Ramsdale still. 15 more likes and we have 700. I don't mind Xhaka staying, but we surely need to get in a midfielder for competition. He's just too comfortable, but still a good player. Cliff, I think we just need to get better, man. Elise is lit still. You think we can get Raphinha and Martinez done? I think we got a chance at Martinez. I don't think we're getting Raphinha, but I would love it to happen. DG, give me jokes. I learned all the new sayings through this chat, and it does feel like I'm an old man in the dance though. Come on, my guy. The old man got the piece. You know, some of the galley love them ball duns in the corner just popping bottles, man. Shit, you good, bruh? You good, Kurt? Clickbait bandits, 100%. 100%. What would you rate our transfer window if we sign Jesus, Telemans, Vieira, Martinez, and Raphinha? Well, I need to hug Eddie, innit? On a pause, but I have to hug him. Like, what can I say? There's no number. That's wavy stuff. Like, is what it is. You need to get Jesus over Raphinha. Raphinha feels like he'd be a waste of money and time. I hear it. Inspirational words, DG, man. Stay blessed, people. Come on, man. He's wavy. Lat, whatever his name is, the Belgium lad. He's lit. Apparently, Southampton tried to ask for him when they just bought their goalkeeper from City. Can't lie. After it, City are gonna recover some funds. One wonders though. Obviously, when you win a league title, you have to wonder how do you improve, and surely that means City are gonna be bringing in some dons because too many dons look like they're leaving that club. They surely want to compete across every front. I think there's a good chance Sterling goes Chelsea, man. I can't care. Yeah, why not? I can't like the place I'm at just in general. I'm not forcing no collabs though. No the ways there. Shout out Charlie for his first time comment as well. I don't rate him. Letting Martinez go and bringing him in was bad business in my opinion. I hear that. All I can say with Martinez, I wanted to keep Martinez at the time. All I can say is I hope Ramsdale proves you wrong. Like I said it in the summer, you can go back in the videos. When we was linked with Ramsdale, I know there was a lot of uproar about him, but I was calm with him, really, because I thought he was a decent keeper, but I was thinking, okay, cool. When you talk about playing out from the back or just in the goalkeeper, it wouldn't have been him. I think he's kind of done a bit better in that regards, but you're seeing a normalization of his performances. I still retain faith in Ramsdale, but all I can say is I hope he proves you wrong. And if there's a reality where he doesn't develop, much like half of these players, then you know what needs to happen, my guy. They need to be moved on, innit? Or we need to upgrade and make man second choices. Wouldn't be surprised if City go in for De Jong. I'd rather him go